everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Penny. My channel is Being Penny B. This is Luna and that's Howard. Right, today is a story time really. We've had the worst couple of days, honestly. If it could happen to anybody, it would happen to us. We have had a run of it lately, haven't we?
We have. It's better than a story, a story time in a storybook.
I don't know what he's on about. He said it's better than a storybook. No, it's not better. I wouldn't have wanted any of
No,
this to
no.
happen. So as I'm telling the story, I'm going to be inserting pictures. I'm not sure which side they're going to be, of anything that's relevant. So, and one thing is relevant. So if you go back a couple of weeks ago, you'll probably have watched, or if you knew, you wouldn't have, but if you're one of my regulars, you'd have watched one of the videos where I explained that Howard's car was dead. It was on the drive, the battery was flat, and we were waiting for the garage to come and tow it out. Well, long story short, the garage did, and they said it was a flat battery, no, a dead battery, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But they went ahead and changed it without even asking us first, because, you know, money's tight, guys, isn't it? And the garage phoned, your car's ready. It's
46.
£246. Honestly, for a battery. He could have gone half that price down Halfords and got it fitted. But the battery had already been done, the garage had already done the work, and we still haven't paid that.
I know.
Yeah, we still got to sort out the payment. Hopefully you'll forget. So Howard brings the car back. A couple of days later, I don't know if you heard me saying we were going to have our drive done, or we were having our drive done. So they started that on Monday of last week, a week today. So they started that. All the cars had to come off the drive, and you know, they just carried on. I will put a picture. So Howard went off in his car. Not quite sure where he went, but he went off. He often goes off on his own, guys. He's as bad as me. He's probably gone off to some charity shops or something, or to do some shopping. Then I was on the phone to my friends, chatting away. Chelsea, my eldest daughter, she came running down the stairs saying, "Why are you on the phone?" I said, "Because I'm on the phone to my friend." She said, "Dad's car's burst into flames." Well, honestly, the shock. So I hung up on my friend, took the phone off her. Howard was on the other end. Apparently, he was driving along the A48 in Cardiff, and he saw some smoke, quite a lot of smoke, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it appeared to be like passing him as he was driving, so it looked like it was coming from the back, but obviously as he's driving forward and the wind's catching it, he was seeing it in his mirror. Then he realised it was coming from the bonnet, and he pulled over. Managed to get to the slip road and pulled it off onto the grass verge. Now, he did something that you should never do if you see smoke coming from your bonnet. He lifted the bonnet. As he did, then flames shot out everywhere. Frightened him to death. He sort of stumbled backwards in shock, and just looked at it for a little while, you know, not knowing what to do, because it never happened before, is it? I'm saying it, is it? Like you could hear me and answer me back. So he gets on the phone to the fire brigade, and they send out 2 tenders. They arrived pretty quickly, didn't they? And they put the fire out. And then Howard, because of the shock and everything, he said, "Thank you, can I drive now?" They're like, "No, you can't drive your car now. You need to phone for recovery." So honestly, he was in shock, on you.
A little bit.
So he phones the RAC, and they said they would be out. What time was this? It was about 12:30, wasn't it? No, 12 o'clock. And they said they'd be out about 1:15. So he had about an hour and a bit wait. 1:15 came and went. I didn't hear anything from him. Phoned him back up. "What's happening?" He said they haven't turned up. I offered to go up there and like take him off the side of the road. He's basically on a slip road, just stood at the side of the road. There was no way for him to like lean or anything. He was on his walking stick. He didn't have anywhere to lean. There was no like central barrier or anything because he was on the slip road. No stumps. There was nothing, just grass. So he said, no, there's no point. He said, I'm going to phone him back now. So he phoned the RAC back and they said, oh, sorry, we'll be with you at, what time was the next one? 3, quarter to 3. He's like, oh God, that's ages. And they said, well, there are people in front of you. So he was like, okay, I'll wait. Which he, you know, he had to, didn't he? They eventually came, guys, at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, and it wasn't even the RAC. They put the job out to another company, and this big yellow lorry came. What were they called? Celtic Motors, right? They came and put his car up on the back of it, used the winch and everything, and took Howard. I mean, obviously not going to leave him there. What else anything for me to say? I'm still shocked, guys. They took the car and Howard to our garage, just not far away, the garage that had done the battery. So in the meantime, he phones me and he says, look, he said, I've been stood up all this time, 4 hours since 12 o'clock. He said, I can't stand anymore. He said, you have to come and get me from the garage. So I do. I jump in the car, I go round, and as I'm sat there waiting, the lorry with his car on the back and Howard inside passes me. So I'll put a photo up there as well. So I just wait until the lorry comes off the low loader and it goes into the garage. So in the meantime, Howard spoke to the people in the garage and the man said, I would phone your insurance if I was you. It's going to be a write-off. So Howard was gutted because it's an old car, guys, but he likes it. It's nice and high for him to get into because of his MS. It's an automatic. He hasn't got to worry about gears or anything. It's just an easy driver, you know, and it makes his life that little bit more comfortable. So he gets in, goes into the garage. I told you all that. Comes back out to the garage, gets in the car with me, and I drive him home. He's really shaky. He's shaken up. He's well, you were in a bad way, weren't you? Yeah, he was in a bad way. So then he phones the insurance company and gives them all the details, and they said that they would send an assessor out to take his car from the garage, take it to be assessed, and they would let him know if it was going to be a write-off or whatever. And in the meantime, they arranged for a hire car. So happy days, he's getting a hire car.
So you think?
Oh yeah, well we did, and he's waiting to hear from them. So in the meantime, the driver's nearly been finished, but we were told don't park on it. You've still got to park on the road because we're coming back to seal it. So for a hire company phone, they say we've got a like-for-like car for you, 7-seater. Come and get it. And Howard said, well, can you pick me up and I'll drop you back afterwards. So they sent somebody out to pick him up, took him down to the hire car place and gave him this beautiful 7-seat Seat Alhambra. Beautiful car. New, wasn't it? Yeah, new car.
Can anyone guess what happened?
Yeah, can anyone guess what's coming next, guys? You wouldn't believe it. So this was Friday. He gets the car back, brings it home, can't park it on the drive because we're waiting for the drive people to come back and seal it. So all the cars are out on the road. I don't even know if I want to tell you this. So he drives it Friday night. He goes out in it Friday night with our youngest daughter just to have a little drive in it. It was a new car. And parks it up. Didn't use it Saturday. On Sunday, he walked to the letterbox, which is literally at the end of the street. When he was walking back, he saw a Polly Pocket with a bit of paper inside under his wipers. I'm useless without my hands. So he pulls it off, don't look at it. He comes in the house, takes his coat off, opens his Polly Pocket, and he went, oh, for sake. I went, what? He went, look at this. Sorry, I've hit your car. Please phone, or can you phone this number? I was like, oh, sake again, you know. Went out to have a look. Oh, I'll insert a photo. Phones the number. This number doesn't exist. And I'm like, I knew it. It's a fake number. They've pulled that to appease themselves. They've done it and driven off. So he phones the police then, and they gave him a crime number, gave him a website on which to report any further like info regarding it. Tells us to knock on various neighbours' doors to see if they've got CCTV. Yeah, that was that. We just thought, right, that's it. You know, we're going to be liable for this now. So tried to phone the hire car company. They were shut. This was yesterday afternoon, Sunday. So we thought, right, we'll phone them Monday, which is today as I'm talking to you. In the meantime, I go out to the car, I take some photos, and I pick up some of the red housing that would come off the other car's lights from the back, because it was red plastic, so that was the back lights. As I'm picking that up, the neighbour across the road, who, let's just say, we don't really talk to, she came across, hold her hands up. She said, it was me, didn't know it was your car, I'm really sorry, I couldn't get the angle right to get on my drive and I've hit it. So she was really quite shaky. She was really apologetic. She's only been driving 3 months. She said it was the first accident. She was like really shaky. I said, well, you've given us the wrong number. So she had a look and she said, oh, amended it, put the number in. She said, I'll go and get my insurance details. She said, I'm awful sorry. So she pops home, gets the details, comes back and gives us her insurance details, policy number, everything that we need. Howard then phoned, who did you phone? Your insurance company, who in turn are going to phone the car hire company, who are going to arrange for this car to be collected. So that's 2 cars now, the guys that were waiting to be collected by the insurance, his original car and the hire car, and they are going to send somebody with another car. It could only happen to us. The sad thing is, the first car, his car, we're not going to get much back off the insurance because it was an old car. What was it? It was a 57 plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a 57 plate, guys. So 13 years old?
Yeah,
15 years old?
More than.
I don't know, guys, but it's an old car, probably older than that, and you're not going to get much for it. So we're not going to be able to replace Howard's car. And my car it's a little Corsa. It's a gears, it's a manual, it's low to the floor. I struggle to get in and out, it kills. But Howard really struggles. I mean, you've seen him driving my car when we're out and about doing vlogs and stuff. He will drive it, but it's not the most comfortablest for him with his MS. So yeah, that is the tale of what's been happening to us over the last week.
We thought last year was bad.
Come in the camera. He's not happy.
No, not happy.
Look at the camera.
Sorry.
You always look over
there.
I
forget. Yeah, I don't have much luck with cars, guys. If my car's written off, it'd be my 4th car written off.
Yeah,
I think it is.
4th car that's been written off through no fault of his own, guys.
Yeah. And none of them at the time I was actually moving, except for the last one. I had 3 written off when I was actually at traffic lights and stopped. People rear-ended me, one doing 70 mile an hour.
Yeah.
And crushed my car, basically.
Yeah.
And then this one was caught fire.
No accidents have been his fault, guys. It's always been down to someone else. But we've never had a car fire before, so...
No, it's a new one, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
You tell people you've had so many accidents and they look at you and go...
They think you're a bad driver.
I was actually stationary. So, it doesn't count. Yeah. But I was okay. I was shaken up a little bit. Shooken up.
He was shook to the core, guys.
I was shaken
so
up a
was
little
I.
bit.
Hello, Looney.
Only because I just got the car back working again. So whether it was down to the garage doing something, I have no idea.
We're not going to know,
No,
no.
we're not going to know. They're not going to own up.
No.
So hopefully the insurance will come through. I'm
Oh,
hoping
we
they
just-
won't write it off. I'm hoping they get their fix it. But
Yeah, but we can't afford to fix it. If it's been a fire, if it's an engine fire.
It's covered by insurance on the engine fire.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well,
So,
they normally write off engine fires, don't
yeah,
they? They write off the
normally,
car.
yeah, they said they normally write it off if it's an engine.
The car itself, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. But you need an engine, guys, don't you?
Helps it. Do it for a Flintstone.
So yeah, just thought I'd.
If anybody wants a car looked after, that you're not really fussed.
Don't give it to me.
Don't give it to me, right?
Oh, unless you want it ridden off, guys.
I hope a scrapyard above the house, maybe. Maybe that would do it.
Oh.
Car scrapyard.
So I look all eyes today. We've had no sleep through worry, and yeah, it's not been good for your MS, is it?
No, I got to be honest. Stress makes the MS worse.
And it makes my fibro worse, guys. So we haven't been great.
No. But we got Luna to look after us. But
keep smiling.
I always say there's always somebody worse than us.
There is.
Always is.
Just keep smiling. Things will get better. Don't be a negative Nelly.
Yeah.
Stay positive.
Yes. I've asked people to send me not their love. I want their luck. I need their luck.
He wants positive vibes, guys.
I need your luck.
I think I'm going to smudge him.
So, yeah, it's been a bit of a... Just waiting now for the hire company to come and get their car. They're going to have a look at the car. Is it? You had it 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days I
As
had
I said, I am going to insert photos.
So, but luckily the neighbour, in fair play, we don't speak to her, we don't get on, but fair play to her, she came over, very apologetic, owned up straight away.
Yeah.
And gave us all the details without any bother whatsoever. So in one result, it was lucky it was her. Because I thought it was a hit and run. I thought somebody just hit us and then we
gave us a false number.
We would have been liable. We've all got one pending claim. So
when he phoned the insurance company this morning, I was mortified because how often do people have 2 cars damaged or whatever over the course of a week?
She couldn't believe it. She said, You trashed the hire car. You've only had it 2 days. I said, yeah. I know. But in fairness, I wasn't in it, and it was parked. So
yeah, the hire car was your car one.
Yeah. So yes, we shall wait and see what car I get now. I think I'll ask for a Batmobile, something, or a tank. A tank would be.
You need a bloody tank, an armoured vehicle, honestly.
Something to save it.
Yeah, but in all fairness, you know, it was parked outside the house. You'd think it would be safe.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not justifying her. I mean, she's a new driver, probably didn't have the confidence and didn't have the angle to get on her driving. And
it happens.
She said when she heard the bang, she shit herself.
I did feel sorry for her because it was her first accident. And I'm not going to reveal how many I've had.
Even though you just said you haven't had any accidents of your own.
No, none of my own.
People doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this was her first accident of what she's done.
So
but yeah, she was really shaken up. So yeah.
Anyway.
Bit of a different video for you today, guys. As I said, I will be inserting little bits of evidence. I don't know whether to add a little video of the damage on the car before it goes, just on the end of this, then insert the pictures as we're going along. What do you think? Should I do that? Yeah, I'll pop outside now and take a little bit of video and add it on to the end of this. So guys, thanks for watching. This isn't my normal type of content, but it's just an update.
We will keep you updated on the third car.
Please give us a like and hit the subscribe button. As I said, I'm Penny. My channel's being Penny B. This is Howard. He does have his own channel, but he hasn't been on it for quite some time.
Yeah, I'll go into that one.
He's only got a couple of videos, but yeah. His is called The Welsh Womble, if you want to have a look. Anyway, I'm off now, guys. I'm going to add a little bit of video onto the end. Stay safe, stay well, look after each other, and guys, be kind always. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.